So this is going to be the first video of a few that are in response to the questions that you guys have asked, the how do I questions, in response to the post that I put out last week. And the first question is from Desiree, and she wants to know, how do I introduce two dogs together that have opposite personalities? Dog A is a bully and only does well around dogs who allow her to bully. She's 7. The other dog, B, does not put up with being bullied. He's 5. He's much bigger than her. So it's not like they see each other and just automatically fight, but at some point she would do her little bully side look or get out of my way or whatever it might be, and he just wouldn't put up with it. So in a case like this, you have, your bullying dog, and then you have the other dog. Which dog do you think that you need to advocate for? You're definitely going to have to advocate for the dog that is not going to put up with the bullying. It should not be that dog's job or responsibility to stop the other dog from being a bully. That's where you as the owner need to step in and stop that. And really, the best way to stop an unwanted behavior is through punishment. So you will need to find a punisher that is valuable to dog A. The moment that he even looks sideways at the other dog, the moment that you can see any kind of attitude or any kind of pushiness or bullying, that's when the correction needs to come. But as far as introducing them, I wouldn't do that yet. The only introduction I would give at this point is for each of them to be in kennels, in the same room, but, in separate kennels. And then you can work on the training individually. There's going to need to be a lot of training. You want, especially the bully, dog A, you especially want that dog to be under voice command and to be willing and able to cooperate with you and to listen and to obey before you introduce it to the other dog who's not going to put up with the bullying. In addition, you need to put a lot of structure in both of those dogs' lives. By putting this structure in their lives, what you're doing is you're establishing yourself as leader. And they learn that they need to come to you for permission for whatever it is. So structure looks like you telling the dog what to do with itself every moment of the day. And if you're not there to provide the structure or the instruction, then the dog needs to be put in a kennel, because that is the structure when you're not home. They can't get away with making their own decisions and whether they're good or bad, or getting into trouble when they're in their crate. So lots and lots of structure before you ever even introduce them. So like a typical day for me when I'm training dogs, the structure that I give them: at night they sleep in the crates. In the morning we come out only with permission. I open that crate door, they're not allowed to come flying out of the crate. They come out with permission, on leash, and then we go out to potty. Then we come back in, they're offered water to drink, they go back in their crate where they have their meal. Now with these two dogs, it depends on if any of them resource guard. You would definitely, if you have resource guarding problems, you're definitely going to want to feed them with a divider between the crates so that they're not looking at each other while they're eating, because that could cause a competition or grudges or anything like that that could lead to fights later on down the road. And then from there, we have sessions, training sessions. And when they get to a certain point in their training, then they hold the place command for hours at a time. And that would replace a lot of the kennel time. But that's only when you're there again to supervise and make sure that they don't leave the place command. Let's see. And then, again, pottying on leash. They don't fly out the door without permission. You open the door, they look at you and wait for permission to actually leave the door before they go potty. They look at you for permission before they come back in the house after they're done going potty. So lots and lots of structure. By doing this, Your dogs, believe it or not, they're socializing because they're in the same room, even though they're not coming in contact with each other. And what you need to be looking for with any dog, and this is just kind of like a safety measure. You know, your dogs, these dogs may end up being best buds, but that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for these dogs to just be able to coexist, and that's it. Without getting into fights, without being snarly, without being bullies, without being ugly. You're just getting them to coexist. If it, you know, later on they get to be friends, great. But don't expect it, and don't push that. So yeah, no introductions right now. You know, if you want to walk them, one person walking one dog, another person walking the other dog down the sidewalk, that's fine. But no introductions until you have dogs who are ready and willing to cooperate with you and understand that you are the leader.